Hesitant, the men stood up and moved toward the doors. I caught Nate's arm. "Can I see you for a moment?" He turned the chair Graham was sitting in around after Colin and Graham left. He sat down. "What's this all about?" He regarded me for a moment, concern written in his eyes and on his face. I handed him the envelope. I watched him retrieve the papers and read them. The color drained out of his face. "This is a death threat." I nodded slowly, catching his gaze. "I was expecting it. I am going to have this dusted for fingerprints, then I am going to increase security around you," Nate replied, moving from the chair next to me on the couch. He slipped his arm around me, pushing me closer. He kissed my head. "I am going to be with you all the time because I am not going to lose you or the babies. You understand?" I wanted to scream about how he shouldn't treat me like a child or a convalescent, but I didn't. I was too tired to argue, so I just nodded. "Oh, Peak, this lasagna was excellent," exclaimed Graham, who sat at the south end of the table. "Bree said that you learned to cook on Planet M-142. You were sure down there long enough." He leaned back in his chair and patted his stomach. "You definitely had a good teacher. I'm glad you like it. I know you are more of a meat and potatoes man, but since the pregnancy, we've been eating more vegetables," I explained, putting the last of my lasagna in my mouth. It brimmed with broccoli, carrots, zucchini, spinach, and melted cheese. "You really think that Malcolm Danes poisoned you?" Bree asked, pushing around the lasagna, staring at her plate. If I hadn't seen her eat 2 pieces already, I would have thought she didn't like the food. Her appetite was coming back. That was a good sign. Dr. Manning practically attacked me when I suggested that he allow Bree to come to dinner. It took a lot of coaxing, but I managed to get permission to take Bree out of the hospital long enough to have a meal. Who knows? The last time he and I spoke, it wasn't under the best of circumstances. I dabbed the corners of my mouth with my napkin. That puts me on his victim list. Whether he poisoned me, I don't know. Nate intertwined his fingers with mine, shooting me a warning look. "Tell them what was in the envelope today." I fixed him with a level stare. "That is my business. Peak, you are a federal agent. You know that withholding evidence is a federal offense," Nate countered, tilting his head to one side. "Not when we are in charge of the investigation," Graham said himself,